Hi guys, today I'm going to make sauerkraut, and this time I'm using a purple cabbage. So basically what you want to do, it's pretty big, this one, I may only do half. We're going to cut it in half, but you've got to be really careful about doing this because it can be dangerous. So I'll just do that much. Isn't that gorgeous though? And I've already washed everything. So I'm going to then cut it, quarter it, and I can take off a couple of these outer leaves. You could actually use those for, you could steam some ground beef in them. That would be really good. Basically what I'm going to do is just cut it big enough so it fits into my Cuisinart shoot. And you can do it by hand, but I've just found that doing it with a food processor on the really thin blade, this is 1 millimeter, is just the best. Make sure that's tight. And get that going down and put the top on. I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to run it through. It's pretty fast. You can also put, I put in carrots before, but I grate those first. Will that one fit? Maybe. We can probably empty it out now. So we need a really large bowl. Then we're going to keep going. And this is just so good for you, for our gut flora, especially if you've had to take any antibiotics or any illnesses. It just keeps us in tip-top shape. Almost done here. So this goes really nicely with pork and potatoes. So that's cut up nicely. See, that made a lot. 2 full containers. But it's going to shrink. Now we can remove this and get our bowl here. Now, the last time I made it, I put in, it was about this much, and I put in 2 tablespoons of salt, and it was a little salty, so this time I'm going to do maybe 1.5. I can always add back, actually 1.25, because I can always add more salt later. So basically, guys, what we're going to do, my hands are very clean, we're just going to start massaging this in. Okay? For about 5 or 10 minutes. Then we're going to let it sit. And then you'll see the water will start coming out. And then we can put it in a jar with a lid loosely on it and let it sit. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a dark place, but not right in the sun either. I just put it kind of in the corner of the kitchen. And the one that I made the other day, I was able to eat the next day. I think it depends on the weather, if you have air conditioning in your house or a heater or what's going on. because sometimes it takes a little longer than other times. So I'll continue to do this, guys. So I've been massaging this for about 8 minutes and it has shrunk down quite a bit, but I wanted to show you another way you could do it. You can always use like a potato masher and just go like this and keep turning it over. It's maybe just easier with your hands, but it's just an option. And then when there are smaller amounts, like when I made this, that was a very small red cabbage, I basically use a muller, and that worked really nicely like this. That was really easy. And that's another way we can pack it in at the end. So there's just lots of different options, guys. So I'll keep massaging this and then I'll get back with you. Okay guys, I've mashed it down a couple more minutes, so I think it's ready to put it in our jar, and we can also pack it down again. Just move that. Just gonna put it in with our hands. So I just ended up putting a tablespoon and a quarter. I didn't add that additional quarter teaspoon or tablespoon of salt, just because I'd rather, sometimes it just is too salty. I've made it enough times to know. Remember how much that was? Look at how it's just shrinking. And then the purple cabbage seems to ferment a lot faster than white. You can pack it down a little more with this. And we can do this periodically, every couple hours. Or we can also just let it sit, both works. It's very easy to make, very forgiving, very delicious, very nutritious. So then you just want to top it with a non-corrosive lid, and I just lightly cover it like that. So it's not even on all the, it's barely on. Okay, and then we'll put it in a corner in the kitchen, and that's it, and it'll be ready to eat before you know it. Be well, guys.